There you go. Hey, weddings, they're expensive. They're an expensive business. But the marriage of an African oil tycoon right here in the UK has been raising some eyebrows, even within the industry. With an estimated 1 million roses on display and Robin Thicke as the evening entertainment, the wedding is thought to have cost more than $6.5 million. What's driving people to spend such large sums on their big day? And what do they get? What are they going to get for all that money? Let's find out. I've got luxury wedding planner joining me, Mark Niemierko. I got it, didn't I, Mark?
You did get
Been practicing all day. Hey, Mark, great to see you. What did you think of 1 million roses? That's a bit over the top.
It is a bit over the top, but I think the most important thing to pull away from this is it's all relative.
Right.
You know, we're talking a billionaire here. You know, they've
so
worked...
$6.5 million, nothing.
Yeah, supposedly. But I think, you know, it's all relative if you work very hard in your life and, you know, it's your son, daughter getting married. Why not celebrate it in style? OK, well, talking of style, you've got style. A lot of people will come to you. What sort of money are they coming to you with? So, we have, I would say, the average wedding that Niemierko plans is of $250,000. We have
£250,000? Pounds, so it's
yes.
about $320,000, $10,000, yeah, right.
Yeah. And, you know, that's in the sense of me to run a business to do, you know, those good quality. We asked for a minimum of 100,000, but we've obviously spent...
You won't do a wedding under 100 grand?
I would love to. If I can,
yeah,
I'll do it.
That's about 130, 140,000 US dollars. Wow. What do you get? Can I ask you this? What can you give them that us mere mortals, when we have a wedding thingy, that we can't get?
Well, no, I think it's a case of, you know, the venue, for example, will be... I don't know of a venue that you can hire, you know, for a warehouse in, say, East London for 5,000. Right. Somewhere like Blenheim, because I've worked there previously, I know is 70,000. Which is a beautiful estate for our world audience. Having said that, just so you know, the public are still allowed to come in and out of the palace as normal up until 2, 3 o'clock that day. So you don't get it privately.
Wow. Okay.
Also, in that instance, there's a lot of costs that you don't necessarily see, your guests don't view. So with this particular wedding that we're talking about, there was a big marquee on the back of Blenheim Palace. To do that, you'd be looking at about 2 weeks to build such a marquee. You've got to pay, you know, ground hire fee, which can be anywhere from 1,000 to 5,000 a day, and then you've got the marquee structure itself. But you can, of course, I think the most important, and very thankfully, Niemierko really attracts that couple that know what's important, and the most important ingredient at your wedding is the guest.
I've got to ask you this. What's the craziest thing, just briefly before we get on, what's the craziest thing you've supplied or been asked to...
We've supplied many, I wouldn't say... I think, again, it all goes to, you know, if a couple, which has happened, people have sat with me and gone, I want Beyonce at my wedding. And I'm like, I immediately say, so what? You know, you're rich enough to be able to afford, you're richer than Beyonce even. But why? And, you know, and we booked Barry Manilow, but that was a story behind that the groom was a media lawyer and he'd done something for him, you know, 10 years previously. So the groom introduced him. But I think there should always be a story. In relation to your wedding.
I've got 2 questions, so we've got to do this quickly.
Yes.
Nigerians, Asians, Middle Easterns, they're sort of known.
Oh,
right,
huge, yeah. And Nigeria particularly at the moment, there's a massive influx. And also Nigeria and Chinese as well are very influenced by the Western wedding. You know, for example, in China, you would wear the red dress. They started wearing white dresses. I think Vera Wang even had a ridiculous sum of £1,000 to go into a Hong Kong store.
Just to get into the store?
Just to get into the store, because people... we're potentially wasting time.
You've got 30 seconds to give some top tips if you want a lavish wedding, but you've got a bit of a budget.
So, do cut your guest numbers down. Candles, if in doubt, just fill a space with candles. And scrap the sit-down dinner. Do canapés, stand-up party.
Much cheaper.
Yeah.
There you go. You see, that's great advice, Mark. We appreciate that. Thank you very much for joining us. Don't say you don't get anything from talking business. OK, US action.